All right. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to get my phone too. Be
All
right
right,
back.
perfect. Oh, and I can see that we are streaming live. That's excellent. And there we go. Perfect. Looks like it's working to me. Let's see if I can hear us. Perfect. It's working. I can hear us. I can see us. So we are live. Looking forward to you hearing us, Flower Child. Everybody, if you're just tuning in, we are just squaring away our tech, making sure that everything is working as intended. And of course, it usually never does, but it's working pretty well today, knock on wood. So we'll see what we get here. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully, Flower, you can hear us. And I'm eager to see if the chat is up and running. For those of you who were here last week and heard us saying, hey, why don't you chat with us? We realized later the chat wasn't working, it wasn't turned on, and that was our fault. So we have fixed that for this episode. So if you'd like to chat with us, you can put your questions right into the chat. And I can see that Flower has posted on the Petals and Leather account saying, we are good. Capitals on the good. So that is fantastic. I'm happy to hear that. Again, welcome everybody. If you're just tuning in, we're getting the tech all set up and ready to go. And we'll be ready to do our second episode of the Petals and Leather podcast. Can't wait to get started. As you can see, we are in our lovely podcast studio. We'll have another studio coming up here, maybe next week or the week after. We'll move around and give you guys something new to look at, which will be fun, kind of set the mood and see what we get. But for now, we're still in the haunted podcast studio, the one with the chairs who disagree with us and like to argue over who's sitting and who's not sitting. Hey, I hear you, Flower. Welcome back. How you
I'm
doing?
here. I'm back. And our live notice has gone out to all of our Twitchies, our
Excellent. Our
Twitchers.
Twitchers?
So we're happy about that. I brought my phone with me. Yes. So I am just going in to make sure I have access to the
Oh, yeah.
chat. Do I have
Make
access to
sure.
the chat?
Good question. I'm logged as a guest, so I can see. Let's
All
see
right.
if
Let's
this will
see.
show up.
Twitch.
Welcome to these live tests, everybody. This is exciting.
We need a assistant. No, I'm not teasing.
Oh, I cannot post in chat as a random person. I'm not logged in. Hey, there we go. What a day. Affable
Oh,
Vaga. I see a
I
chat in
have to
there.
find us. I have to
Excellent.
find us. Wait, I'm on my phone. It's Flower Child. I got to do a
Oh, you
search
gotta
and
find Petals and Leather.
Petals and
Well, we have our
Leather.
first
Okay.
chat today.
We what?
We do. Affable Vaca says, what a day. And yeah, I
Hey,
could
what a
agree.
day.
I
All
agree.
right. All right. Oh, and look at, hello, everyone. It's 1 o'clock and I can see right away that we have people are coming in.
Excellent.
People are
Welcome,
coming
everybody.
in.
Come on in. Join the fun. Great to see you.
Hey, 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 hey. We got our Petals and Leather chat. Oh, wow. I'm just gonna just focus on the chat for a minute
It's
because
open today. So you went in and fixed it, right? You took a look to see what was wrong. And
you,
I mentioned it during the
hey,
sound
Nature
check
Kelly.
that we got it fixed. So we're excited to be able to talk with everybody today. That's so fun. Yo.
Welcome, welcome,
Hello, Natural Kelly. Welcome.
welcome.
So fun to chat
Yes.
after streaming so
Oh
long
my
together and not
God.
having chat available. And we figured it out, everybody. We figured it out. We're excited.
So, hey, Stretch.
Hey,
Hey, how are
I'm
you?
doing pretty well. I'm so excited to be here. It's our second podcast. How are you
Our
doing?
second, Petals and Leather,
Number
the
two.
podcast.
Yeah, the pod.
Number
This time it's personal.
two, number two. It's fair. Oh, is it getting personal? How's it getting
No,
personal?
I was just making such a standard joke, like Jaws 2. This time it's personal. Like, it always seems like
Oh, oh yeah,
the
yeah.
second
It's
movie, the sequel is
vengeance,
always
not
like it's
personal,
personal or
but
something
it's
went
because it's
wrong or
vengeance. There's a
yeah,
vengeance happening.
it's always
It's
like
a
that.
vendetta. Hey, hey, stated Quince. How are you today? We're doing awesome. So,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
so happy to be here.
Oh my God, this is awesome. This is cool. I'm enjoying this. To all of you viewers, whether you're posting in chat, whether you lurk and watch us, You're also very welcome here. Our hearts are very full because of you.
Yes, absolutely. Can't tell you how much you make our day. We talk about this all the time, how excited we are that you are here to participate and to watch with us and just go on our goofy adventures. So we're excited. It was funny as I was talking to my chiropractor today about the podcast. Like, we launched a podcast last week and he's blown away. And I told him we had 2,000 plus people watching. He couldn't believe it. So he wrote down the name. So, Dr. Van, if you're out there listening, thanks for being a fan. I appreciate it. But
Hey,
I was
Dr.
so
Van.
excited. It was so neat
Doc,
to be able to talk about it and be like, hey, we're doing this cool thing,
I know. I brag about us all the time because why not? I
right?
can
For
because I
sure.
can. Yeah. So,
All right. So now, if you
all right.
remember last week, we like to get started by introducing ourselves to the audience by telling them three things that they don't know about us. They can be real secrets that other people don't know, or they can just be generic things, like I talked about my coffee making. So I would like, well, why don't we go back and forth this week? And so I'll ask, or do you want me to share mine first and then I'll ask you one secret, or would you like to share your secret first that people don't know?
Oh, I didn't know I had to share another
I love that I get to
secret.
spring these on you. It's so much fun. I'm like, let's see how she reacts. Okay, you want me to go first? I'll share a secret first.
Sure, you go first. Tell us your secret.
All right.
But I have a contingent.
Okay,
It
and let's,
must be a
oh,
deep,
a
dark
deep, dark secret.
secret.
Ooh, I do have a deep, dark secret in my list of three, but I'm not going to tell it first. How about this? So here's one. So in the summertime, that includes right now, June, I consider summer. I live like a vampire. Yeah, my eyes are green, so I've really sensitive eyes. I've always been really sensitive to light. I'm the person that, like, if I walk outside, I sneeze in the light. Does anybody out there have that happen? Or if you shine like a
Yeah,
flashlight on me, I will sneeze. My skin burns easily. My family has like skin cancer history. So long story short, at about, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, I pull all my shades drawn. I've got blackout shades, and I do not open my shades up again until about 6 o'clock dusk time, because I
yeah.
liked the bright light just really gets to me. So I always kind of feel like a vampire in the summertime. And then if I go out, I'm always in a hat. I'm always wearing sunglasses. But yeah, I like it dark and cool.
You like it dark and cool.
I do.
S- So, do you ever put lights on inside, or do you
Oh
keep
yeah,
off
for
the
sure.
lights?
I'm
Oh, you
ridiculous
do.
with lighting.
Okay.
I have so many lights everywhere. I have accent lights in the little
S-
plants and the trees. I've got lights that change colors. I've got lights that backlight my television, lights in the studio. Just it's fun. I like to because you can really create a mood depending on the lighting, right? So in my
I
studio,
agree.
when
Yeah.
I'm recording audiobooks and stuff, I like to change the light depending on what's happening. So like just did I say just the last book I did was that robot book. I don't remember that robot book that I
Oh,
did, Pax Machina. Anyway, long and
yeah.
short, there's like battle scenes and people fighting and struggling and dying, and so I would always change the lighting in there to reflect that mood. For me, red lights are annoying, bright green lights are annoying, and so when there are battle
Oh,
scenes and
wait.
stuff,
Traffic color lights are annoying to you. I
oh my
get it.
gosh, I didn't even realize that. Holy crap. You're right. Those are traffic. I didn't think about yellow light. Hmm. Yeah, that's traffic lights. I hate traffic lights apparently. No, but I'll do that.
Apparently.
I do those lights to annoy me a little bit because then it just kind of comes out when you're acting. That's kind of weird,
Well,
but it's fun.
yeah, that is kind of weird. What's your favorite color light?
Blue. I like blue lights. I find them very calming.
Oh, are you a blue man? Are you a blue man? Do you do dobby do dobby da?
I don't know what that
W- uh,
means. All I can think is the
Oh,
Blue
the
Man
blue
Group.
men,
Are
the
you thinking the
blue
Blue Man
men.
Group? Okay, that's what
Yes,
I
and
was
didn't
thinking.
they do
Thank goodness
dabu
that's what
dee
you meant
dabu
because I
da?
was like, I don't know what that is. Is that a song? What is that?
Yeah, became famous for that
Oh,
song.
wow. I saw them in Vegas years ago. It was really fun. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
that's where they were. I wonder what happened to those blue guys.
They're
Did they
probably
just
still
go
there
back
doing
up to
shows.
Mothership?
They probably rotate them in and out, honestly. How many years in a row can you do the same show?
I don't know. Oh gosh, I'm looking right here and seeing that some messages are being deleted.
Oh,
Uh, well, I'm gonna we're using Siri Bot as our moderator, and I think they're going. If you have maybe you have a bad word, I'm gonna have to fix that part of our chat too. Or so. Um, I'm not opposed to bad words because I say them all
right.
the
We say
time,
them
but
all the time. They're going to happen on the pod for sure.
so
So, yeah,
yeah,
no worry
don't
about
get
cursing.
I'll double check our
We'll go
gosh.
back to the chat bot and see what's up.
We will. I'll find out. Don't take it personally because I'm looking now. There's three.
Yeah,
Three
there's
have
no
been
live people like
deleted.
moderating. It's only the chat bot.
It's only a chatbot. Do I know Spanish? Uh, una poquito.
Ah, hablo un poquito español. I learned all my Spanish in about half a semester in high school, and then if I was singing a song that had Spanish words. How about you?
I
Do you
know.
speak Spanish?
I'm not. I said una poquito a little bit.
Okay, a little bit. Fair.
Uh, enchilada,
Oh no,
burrito,
here we go. I'm gonna
tostada,
rescue you. Hey, what's a secret
nachos.
about you that nobody knows that maybe you would like to share with us?
Um, uh, that I would like to share with you.
See,
Those are
there's the key,
that's the
right?
qualifier word that I would like to
Exactly.
share.
Because I'm
Well,
sure
what
there's
should I
secrets that you
share with
don't want.
you?
Are there secrets you don't want to share that you would like to
Oh my
share,
God, there are so many secrets I don't want to share
but
about
that you would like
myself,
to?
but that I would like to. Yeah, okay, let me think of one. I
All right.
guess I know one. Here we go.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm buckling up.
Um, my,
Earth-shattering
s-
reveal.
oh my God. Um, I love macaroni and cheese. I
Really?
love macaroni and
Now, do
cheese.
you do the like a homemade version, or do you do what I call like
Yes.
yellow death, which is the stuff in a box?
No, I don't do the box.
Okay.
I cook my noodles, I grate my cheese, I mix it
Wow.
up with butter and a little bit of milk and garlic sauce, and I bake it. I just love macaroni and cheese.
Wow, that sounds delicious. Now, for me, I never had stuff like that, so I'm a yellow death guy. Like I'm out of the box, make it with the powder and some milk and that whole deal.
Yeah,
It
well,
doesn't
that's
sound as good
cool.
as what you're making.
3, 4, 5. I think our Siri bot is screwing us.
Is
Every
it? Is
message
oh
is
my gosh,
being
they're all deleted. Why are they
deleted.
all getting
You
deleted?
guys,
That is
I'm
super weird.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wow,
I'm
that is
so sorry.
wacky. I wonder what is going on with the chatbot.
I don't know. It's brand new. We just got it for the first time. That's my secret. Okay, you would think that I would be this humongous person size-wise because I love macaroni and cheese, but the truth is I haven't eaten any macaroni and cheese for probably 6 months.
Wow. Now, why? Is there a reason why? Or is that another secret?
Well,
Secret number two.
because it's not healthy, number one.
Well, that's
And
probably true.
number two, I just can't be bothered to make it for myself.
Oh, yeah, that does sound like a lot of work.
Back to the roots, young goddess, your goddess number one. Yeah, back to the roots. That's right. I am back to the roots. I've been
Hey,
eating a juiced lunch now.
oh wow. Now, what
Um,
is that? So you're juicing your lunch? So it's like, are you
I'm
doing
juicing my
like
lunch. I'm
apple
on a,
celery kind of deals with it? What did you
yes,
have
that's
today?
correct. Okay, almond milk is my base. All
Okay.
right, almond milk. And today I had um, seedless cucumber
Ooh,
with the peel. I leave the
okay.
peel on. A handful of fresh parsley, some uh, uh, Granny Smith apple, just one slice.
Delicious.
Um, I use a protein powder and then blueberries, a handful of blueberries, fresh blueberries, and then I top it off with frozen mango, or I ran out of
Wow.
my pineapple, and then I blend it all up, and then I drink that down. Oh my
It
God.
DC'd you? What
I I
happened?
I let the controller go idle, didn't I?
I don't know.
Damn.
It still says the party's being streamed.
Okay, that's good. If you can still hear us,
I don't know. Yeah.
we're don't go away. Don't
Oh
don't
yeah,
go
you're still
away.
streaming. They're showing you in the
It
character
says we're
select
live
stream.
streaming. Oh
So
my God.
so good
Okay.
deal. So they
Sorry,
can
you
still hear
guys.
us.
They heard us the whole
That's
time.
good.
See, Technology is wonderful. Okay, but I can't get
I know I'm a tech fan and I love tech until it doesn't, it's like until it doesn't work. Like tech is great until it isn't.
until it isn't,
Hmm.
and I can't sit in this darn
Oh, do
chair
you need me to get up?
again.
Do you need me to move?
No, I need you to sit.
Am I not
You're
sitting? Wow, that's
standing.
so weird. Okay, let me move.
Well, look at
There we go.
okay, there we go.
All right.
Nope, that was yours. That was
The
yours.
haunted
This is the
podcast studio. Next week,
this is
everybody, we're going
the
to have a new podcast studio and we are investigating these chatbots to see what the heck.
what the heck is going
Yeah, for
on?
sure. That's so funny.
There,
Ah,
I'm
perfect.
back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey, I'm glad that you guys are all still
We'll,
here. I don't know if we lost any of you. That was my
we'll
error.
just
My
pretend it was a
errors because I
commercial
left.
break. Thanks for returning after those crazy messages from
Hey,
our sponsors.
hey, and that's the other thing.
Hmm.
I turned off commercials for our podcast, so there are
Good.
no
Oh, that's
commercials. Yes.
fantastic.
Isn't that
That was a
awesome?
great choice.
It's it was a totally important choice that we needed to do.
All right, so now I
Anyways,
guess it's my turn
what?
for a deep dark secret. Is
Now
that where
it's
you're
yours.
segueing
Deep.
to?
Yes, I was. I was going secret number
All right,
two.
so this is an actual deep dark secret. So the secret is that I am a real life Iron Man. I have a genetic disease called hemochromatosis, which means that my body absorbs too much iron from food. It does that normal people have a gene that turns off the iron when you hit a certain amount. Mine doesn't do that. So I tend to absorb 3 to 4 times more iron per meal than a normal person. And the way that affects a person with hemochromatosis is that extra iron can get deposited in places that you don't want it to go. It can go in your joints, it can
Oh,
go in your brain, it can go in your organs, it can go anywhere. And so
wow.
I'm a very lucky person. When I was diagnosed, my iron levels were out of control. I had torn several tendons because for me, the iron got deposited, luckily, in my joints. And it's crazy. So the way they treat that is just to actually, it sounds very old school, like leeches. They basically just drain your blood. They take the blood out to basically make you create new blood to dilute the iron. And then it's just something that I monitor every couple of months. I have testing to test what my iron levels are. And if they're high, then I go and I donate blood. And the reason I wanted to say to bring it up is in case anybody out there right now, has some kind of a disability, a health condition, whether that's mental health or physical health, or you feel like you can't talk to people about what's not going right in your life, I want you to know that it's okay to do it. Everybody has some kind of issue, and it should be okay to talk about this and not feel like you're bringing other people down. There's no shame in having something like that. Your life not being perfect, figuring things out, and just doing the best you can. There's no shame in struggling. We all do it at some point. And so I just wanted everybody to feel
Aw.
seen. I want like here's a real secret, and by standing up like that, I want people to see, hey, you can have these issues and still have fun and do cool things, and there's nothing wrong with you. So there you go.
So I know what I'm going to get you for
What
Christmas.
are you gonna get
A magnetic bracelet.
me? Excellent. So it'll draw all the iron right out of me, or it'll all localize in one spot. You're like, how you doing? I'm doing well, but my wrist is huge because all the iron in my blood eventually made its way. Can you imagine? That'd be
Yeah.
so
All right,
crazy.
that'd be mean.
That'd
Wouldn't
be.
that be mean? I sent you a bunch of
I
iron
would laugh at
jewelry,
you. I
magnet
would
jewelry.
laugh.
You'd be thrown in the trash can. I won't keep
It's
this
so
one, and that's
funny.
gotta go, and
I
that's
would just,
gotta go.
re-gift it to somebody who needs. Just teasing.
Yeah, re-gift it. That's
All right,
right.
so
Oh my
now
God.
batter up. It's your turn. Secret number two.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you a secret that maybe has to do with my gameplay
Okay.
in
It's
ESO.
not you. You hired someone to
Um,
do it for you. You have a nephew who does it.
it's not me
No,
at
it's not.
all.
That's what I was worried about. Not just
Whenever we're
teasing you.
going to do a dungeon or even remotely think the word trial, I go and I hire somebody to play for me. And I'm the voice. I do the voice and they do the
Gosh,
controller.
you just like put it out to Fiverr or something and somebody logs in for you.
Oh, you better believe it. It's like, come on, dude, get your butt in the
That's
game
so
and play
funny.
for me.
Okay, what's the real secret?
All right. Well, here's the real secret. And this is a true story, believe it or not.
Okay.
And it's an embarrassing true story, but hey, that's what secrets are some of the
They can be,
time.
yeah, for sure.
They can be. Flower child secrets are pretty weird. But
All
okay.
right, let's have it then. Hmm.
Um, because I play by myself a good deal of the time,
Sure. Yeah,
right?
of course.
Be- Because I'm kind of
Well,
aloof and
there's a lot of
afraid
single
to
player
be
games or game. Yeah,
dangerous
sure.
and yeah.
Ha
Well,
ha
I'm talking
ha.
about ESO. So
Okay.
when I'm playing, I actually talk to like my mount as
Oh,
if
do
it can
you? Adorable.
as if it can respond to me. And we actually got into an argument the other day
With your mount.
with my
Okay, first of all, what
mount.
mount is this so that I can imagine
Well,
it properly?
the only mount I
Are you on the
use
flowery
anymore.
bear?
Yeah,
Okay.
the poopy glitter bear, the glitter poop bear.
Yes, the glitter poop bear. We'll just
Yeah.
we need a better name than that. Okay, go ahead.
Well, it kind of, I think it got mad at me. First of all, it bucked me off. It kicked me off in the water. And so I was like, well, I kind of had a disgruntled attitude towards it. And it actually responded to me. I mean, I kid you not, it responded to me. I mean, it kind of chewed me out, letting me know it was indignant of how little I really think about it, that I just climb on its back, as if I rented, as if it's a rented animal, you know. It yelled at me, "You never brush me for pity's
Oh
sake. You
no.
never, never. You ride me straight into fire, lava, whatever the fuck you want." Oh, excuse
Now,
me. I
do you
guess I
do a
should.
voice for the mount when you do this, or is it just like an in your
No,
head
it just
situation?
argues with me. Yeah, it tells me not to even consider taking it into dungeons because it's seen frost trolls and it never wants to see another frost troll again. And it actually, in this argument, I had a good old time with the argument. I let it go on and just listened to it nodding my head, riding it across the landscape to where I needed to get, right?
Yeah.
And it did say, I growl for you and you just ignore me. And I do ignore it when it makes sounds. I don't even pay attention to it when it makes little sounds. Do you pay attention to your mount when it whinnies?
Not
I
really. For a
mean,
while, I was writing the Indrix,
yeah.
and it'll go when you make it jump.
Well,
You know
that's a
that crazy
noise.
noise.
That's a
I do
communication. It's
not talk to my
communicating to
mounts.
you.
Okay, so
It's
now
communicating to,
I don't talk to
well,
my
and it even
mounts, but I do name my cars. Do you name your cars?
Okay, well, that's my next point.
Oh,
My
okay.
mount complained to me, "You don't even name me. You don't even have a name for
I don't
me.
name my
I
mounts
bet you
either.
just call me Mount."
Yup.
I was like, guilty. I'm so guilty. So yeah, so that was kind of a interesting argument I had. I maybe I let it go on a little too long, but the argument did end by my mount letting me know how much. See, there I am, my mount letting me know how much it
You're
loves
gonna need
me.
by the next time we do this podcast to name that mount.
You think so,
Yeah, because
really?
referring it to it as the mount is probably gonna make it less happy than it would be with the real name.
Well, I don't know because you know what it ended up saying to me?
Hmm.
Well, I love you, you little chaotic wood elf menace. So it's
Huh.
like, what the holy shit. It just called me a menace to the game. So I don't get that one. I
Hey,
don't get that
we've
one.
got some comments here. Someone right now just typed
What?
in, this is exceptional. What does it say? Exceptional abnorm says favorite stream ever. So clearly on board with the mount
Oh,
situation. So fun. And a bunch more
oh,
message deletes. So sorry, everybody, with your message being deleted. It's a chat bot, not a real person. We'll have that fixed by next week.
oh my God. I am so sorry for this. I don't get it. Oh, there's
That's all
someone that
good.
asked if I like dancing. I love to dance.
Are you a big dancer?
I love to
Now I
dance.
remember that you
Well, I was
studied
a
dance.
dancer.
Now I was going to
I
ask
studied
you,
dance.
do you
Yeah,
like dancing
yeah.
in like a formal situation, like with a repertoire company on stage, or do you mean you like dancing more like romantically or socially, like at a wedding or at a disc?
My days of being an on-stage dancer are over.
Fair.
Um, but yeah, I love just dancing. I will Here's my remnant of my life as a musical, but I
I
will
love
just
that.
start
I love that
I will
story.
start
I
dancing
love it.
as a modern dancer, a ballerina in my today, if I feel like it, I might go into an arabesque in the middle of my living room. I do some weird stuff, but most of it I do this when I'm alone. When I'm
Fair
alone.
enough. Fair enough. We got a couple
So there you have
questions
it.
that I'm going to address here
What's
real quick. Katie Gaming asked, do we have stream with other streamers? The answer is mostly no, but we do also stream on the Flower Child 567
Oh yes, we do.
channel. And on that stream, we role play two wood elves with our Irish accents, and we're super goofy in the world of ESO. And so that's a crossover, but it's just us. It's us too. And so we stream there and we stream here.
Oh, well, now you're wanting to be watching us because we're quite funny, you see. And we have a grand old time we do.
Indeed, we do. Someone else asked if we have a Facebook. Thank you, Marvin Marquin, for
We do.
asking.
We
We
do.
do have a Facebook, Petals and Leather. We also have an Instagram, Petals and Leather, and we have a TikTok that we don't know how to
YouTube.
use yet, called Petals and Leather. We have YouTube, Petals and Leather, so it will be out there if you want to engage with us. You certainly can. We'd love that. We posted our fun Chat GPT prompts to our Instagram account, so check that out if you want to see what we did, and show us
Yeah,
yours if you
socials,
have them there too. Yeah,
socials.
show us yours if you got them.
Yeah, we will engage with you if you engage with us.
Yep, absolutely. And El Sergio says, "Good luck, everyone," with a winky face. I'm assuming that's reference to the
Thanks.
crazy chatbot out there annihilating all the messages. So we'll see if those
I know
stand.
what the hell is up with
I
that.
don't know.
Seriously.
We should ask that chatbot
Ah,
what its dirty little secret is. Like, what's your
I'm
secret?
going
And it's
to.
like, I hate
It's
everything.
called Siri Bot, right? And it's live. It's a Siri Bot, and like everybody and their mother uses it. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And it's free, but the
Gotcha.
the
We're getting
problem
what we paid
is
for. Is what the issue is the problem. It's like we're gonna moderate your chat. We're
yeah.
just gonna take everyone out. It's gonna be so great.
No, I think it's me. I think I have weird. Hello, Rowll. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry.
Raoul, Raoul, hello.
Rowell.
I'm just making that up.
Hello, hello,
That's my secret as a narrator. If you
hello.
don't know how to pronounce a name, you just say it confidently.
Is
Probably
this secret
wrong.
number three?
No, but it should. Maybe it will be.
It's a secret.
Secret number
It's
three
secret
is
number
about my
three.
dog.
Oh, well, I want to know about your dog. What about your
Okay, so my
dog?
dog is a greyhound, as you probably know. I don't know if I shared that with the listeners last time. So she's a greyhound. She's black and white. She's got little white socks on her feet and little white blaze, and she is a retired racer. She actually raced at a track in Tijuana, believe it or not. She raced 66 races, right? So she was making money for somebody. She won 9 races and she got 19 podiums. And
Oh,
on
I don't know what that means,
that means she
but sounds
finished top
good.
three 19 times. So
Oh,
basically, a third of
wow.
the time she ran a race, she finished top three,
Okay, that's pretty good, right?
right? And the reason I think is because she's pretty large for a female greyhound. A lot of the greyhound females are smaller, 55, 60 pounds, and she's a solid 75, 80 pounds. And so she could
Okay.
really get moving. Anyway, she broke her hock in a race, which is the equivalent of an ankle, broke her ankle in a race and had to
Oh,
be retired. And she was taken in by a rescue organization and rehabbed. And a couple foster parents later, we were united. And here we are 4 years later, and she is having the best retirement. She is now a 45-mile-an-hour
oh,
couch potato. She gets the zoomies. She hops around like a
couch
bunny. I
potato.
ask her if she wants to go to the dog park. She'll hop around like a little bunny on her two legs. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Oh
It's
my
so funny.
God, I love it. I
And
love it.
yeah, she's got a little boyfriend dog named Jimmy at the dog park. They hang out a little bit. And then I tell
Jimmy!
you what, though, that's the only dog she really pays attention to. She basically doesn't think that she's a dog. She ignores, like, she'll just walk the perimeter and smell everything like it's a little sniffari. I'm out on safari. She's making sure everything's good. Sniff, sniff, sniff. And then she'll just come up and then she just goes to all the people one after the other. And anytime somebody new comes in, she's like the Walmart greeter. Off she goes to
So
go meet them. Yeah.
Stretch,
Yeah.
what's the secret about her?
Well, I don't think the listeners knew this about her. That's the secret.
Oh,
It doesn't have
okay.
to be something dark and crazy. Also, she, I mean, imagine she's part of an illicit gambling ring. You might have seen pictures of dogs playing poker. Well, guess who started that game? No,
Ooh.
I'm just kidding. But no, so that's it. So that's something the listeners did not know. That's my dog Daphne, and she's a real sweetheart, you
Oh
know.
my God.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna do my secret
All right.
about my dog
Perfect. Pets are such a
because
big part of our lives. It's nice to be
pet,
able to share about them.
yeah. Yeah, and look at my little pet right here. He's so cute.
Right?
He's
Little
he's a
Shiba
he's
Inu here. Adorable.
he he's digging in the gold pile because I love the gold.
You can't
Give me the
trust your
gold.
dog to
Give
the
me the
gold.
gold.
Who can you
Give
trust?
me the gold.
Right there
I
you go.
need the gold.
All right, so tell us
My
about your dog. What's your dog's name?
my little Shih Tzu. She's a Shih Tzu, so she's a little Shits, literally. And her name is Gracie. Gracie Jewel.
Ah, oh, that's
Gracie
pretty.
Jewel.
That's
That's her
lovely.
name. Is that her name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, she'll be 3 years old on July 23rd.
Oh,
So she's a
nice.
little Leo. She's right on the cusp, and she's full of attitude. She's got big attitude. She's got big personality. All right. Haha, what a joke. It isn't a joke, but yeah, ha, I get it. All right, so here's the thing about Gracie. I'm gonna tell you the big secret about Gracie, because this is a secret.
Okay.
Gracie
Yeah.
rules the house.
Ooh, alpha dog, little dog.
Sh- She's a little dog with a huge personality, and this is
Wow.
her home. I live in her home.
You're like one of the servants
That's
in the mansion that takes care of her.
I am. What do you want now? Oh, you want to sit here where I'm sitting? Oh, of course, of course. Let me move for you. Oh, do you need me to itch right there where you're licking? No, I'm only teasing. That's
Wow.
kind of gross, but not there. Not
Welcome to
there.
Podcast
She's
After
a
Dark.
she's a
Today.
long hair. She's a long hair,
She's a long now. Does
and
she
so
shed a bunch? Is she shedding right now?
she's hair.
She's just a ball of hair. That's what I'm hearing.
She's just hair. So she's not fur. So she doesn't shed. I have to brush it. I have to brush it and get her tangles on. She gets dreadlocks because she's a long hair
Oh, sure.
and yeah. So I have to groom her a lot. Like she got a bath last night and a big brushing and then she looks at me with this cute little sill like face and melts me. And I tell her that she's just the cutest little sweetie dog, because she is. She's
Adorable.
so sweet.
Hey,
She's
before I
so
forget,
loved.
wiggle your
What?
controller.
I'm wiggling it.
Okay,
You're
good.
so good.
I'm just checking
I've
in.
been actually making the viewers of the Twitch channel a little dizzy because I keep going back and forth and up and
Okay, I'm just
down.
checking on you. Just checking.
But
So,
you're good.
Gracie sounds adorable. Little ball of
He
fur,
is
rules the
adorable.
roost.
And
Now,
she has a boyfriend too.
really, what kind of boyfriend? What kind of dog?
Well, well, first of all, she's 18 pounds, right? She's just a
Okay, yeah,
little
she's a
guy.
tiny little doggy.
Okay. And her boyfriend, she chose him, not me. His name is Koa. And he's
Koa.
like 100-pound chocolate lab.
Whoa. Wow. So how's that romance gonna
Yeah.
work?
Well, she like barks at him and does all kinds of weird little sounds for him to come to the gate and like has to smell every part of him and he like indulges her and then he'll go and roll around. Then he'll come back to her. Maybe he'll bring her a ball once he brought her his bone, which is pretty significant of a dog bringing another dog their bone. And then she got to meet him outside the gate and she was like, "Holy shit." And you could see her like put on her little brakes. Her little
That little
brakes. He's big.
yeah, little
He's
backup sound. Beep, beep, beep.
ah. So, oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
adorable.
So it's pretty. But the whole neighborhood knows that they're an item.
I think that's really cute. That's really fun.
It is pretty
All right, so
fun,
now I have to
like your little.
address the secret from last week. Now, I don't know if you remember your secrets from last week, but one of them, listeners, do you guys remember the secret from last week? Was that Flower had written a book when she was 7 years old. Do you guys remember this?
Oh, it wasn't a book.
Well, okay, a story. A story. You're right, it's not a book. Story. A cute story. And I want to read it to everybody. Are you cool if I read your story to everybody? You don't want me to?
No.
I think it's just
All
adorable.
right, go ahead. You
Would
can
you
read
prefer
it.
to read it?
No, I'm not reading it. I don't have it here.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to read it to you guys. Now, remember, this is a 7-year-old. And what I really love that you did is that you left the misspellings and things here. Super
Yeah.
adorable. It's so cute. Okay, here we go. Uh, what did you title this? How I got made a gorilla? How to get a gorilla to love
Have.
you. So
Hey, wait,
cute.
wait, before you read it,
Yeah.
thanks, Kick
Kick Kick Shabani Gaming.
Shabanagama. Follow, click, follow. Yes, please
Thank
follow us. We love
you.
you. We're only 12 people away from being an
Oh,
affiliate.
what do we get if we hit 50? What happens? What changes?
Well, people can subscribe to us. They can talk with us like they can actually come out of the chat box into a personal VIP chatting
Oh.
with us. We can even bring them into a voice. If they have a question, we could say, okay, you're in the voice, ask your question. I mean, so
And does it also,
yeah,
does that
just
let our stream stay longer too?
let's
Or did we already hit that?
2, 3 weeks. No, the recording from last week will probably be gone by the end of this week, which brings me to the point. Our YouTube channel is our archive. So
Oh, yes.
past and missed episodes you will always find on our YouTube.
Thank you for doing that.
Petals and Lay Sick.
No,
It is
petals and leather,
totally
not petals and lace. So
sick.
petals and leather.
Oh, sorry. I always think of that Stevie
If
Nicks
you start
song.
calling me lace, I'm going to get real upset.
I like the word lace. That might be my nickname for you. Come here,
I mean, I'm going to
lace.
love it. I have to lean into it to discourage you.
Oh my God, that's too
All
funny.
right, guys, here we go. Here is a story straight from a 7-year-old. Here we go. Did I ever tell you about the time that a gorilla fell in love with me and carried me off to the jungle to where his cave was and wouldn't let me out? No, you didn't tell me. Well, I'll tell you. Saturday, I was walking along the road near a jungle. I heard something behind me. I heard footsteps. I looked around, and what do you think I saw? A gorilla! When I looked at him there were hearts around his head, and in his eye, I saw me. I didn't know what to think, but there he was. He was just standing and looking at me. I couldn't run or walk. I thought he would hurt me. So I just stood, looking at him while he was looking at me. Then he came up to me. The next thing I knew was that I was off the ground. Next, I was in the jungle and in his cave. When I asked him to let me go, he said, "Ah, I knew he was in love with me, so I said, I know you love me, but can't you see? I have to go home. I just can't stay here." While he went to look for food, boy, I ran for my life. But the next thing I knew, that I was at home. Now I was safe. Never will I go back to the jungle ever again in my whole lifetime. Boy, was I ever in a mess in my whole life. The end. I think that is so adorable. I can't believe you wrote that when you were 7.
I know. I know. What can I
I'm
say?
impressed. I'm even more impressed when I scroll up. You have pictures of your cursive writing. Like 7 years old. Is that what is that? First
I know.
grade? Do kids
Second
can
grade.
kids today write in cursive sentences in second grade?
Well, that was back in the day. That's when the wheels on the bus go round and round.
I know I sound like an old person now. Yeah, do you think the kids can write cursive today? So funny.
Oh, you're so funny. Hey, there's a question
Oh,
here.
what do we got?
Umidi444 says, do you like books and reading? Can you recommend something? I can.
Do it.
I can recommend something.
Okay.
I love to read. I'm a ferocious reader. I always have been. I would recommend my books to
Of
you.
course you would.
Uh,
Why don't you tell them what your
uh,
books are and where they can find them?
well, would you like to know? Here's some titles of my books that I'll give you a couple. First of all, it depends. I used to write on women's spirituality. I used to write on fairy faith traditions of ancient Ireland. And I have a novel series called The Fairy Chronicles. My Volume six, it's a six-book volume. Volume six was just released last year,
Wow.
and that's called In Search of the Beloved. So it's my latest in that for finishing off that. And then my last novel, because I'm kind of into novels a little, fantasy novels,
Hmm.
is Beyond Atlantis, The Empress and the Magician. And it's based on
Ooh.
Santorini, Greece, which is reputed by the Santorinians to be the last little bit of land of the real Atlantis. And the last thing, I've just published my first art book called For Now. All of these you can get on Amazon.com, so go for it.
Nice. I didn't realize that you'd written a saga, like a six book series. That is impressive.
Yes, it took me 18 years to write
Wow.
all of those books because I went through a little bit of a writing hiatus and didn't write for a little while. The death of my dad, the death of my mom, those kind of things took me away. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, of course. Absolutely. Well, you can plan on me asking you more questions about that in the future. That's fun.
about the death of my mom and
No,
dad. No, I'm only
no. Well, I mean,
teasing.
maybe you want to talk. If you'd like to talk
Maybe.
about that, I'll pull up a chair and we can pour a brandy or
Let's have a
something. And
session about
right,
death.
that
Let's
sounds
talk about
great. Everyone's going to want to
death.
hang out for that. Um, but no, about the book and your book writing process for a series and how you maintain characters through 18 years and keep the tone, and that'll be interesting to talk about that. You're going to hear more about that.
Oh,
That's fun.
well, okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. You must have some
Well, I
recommendations.
do enjoy books and I do like reading, but my pleasure reading has really cut down. Um, what's so funny is I used to read a lot more before I started narrating, and now that I'm a narrator, I read differently. It's harder to read for pleasure because I feel like I'm missing a lot of things. When I read for narration, I read very slowly and try to take in and visualize the scenery, the emotions, the arsis and thesis of the characters. Where are they coming from? Where are they going? Um, there's a lot of like crap that goes on in my head while I'm reading these stories, like these books for narrating. So I don't really read for pleasure as much anymore, which is crazy to think about. In terms of recommendations, I've narrated some very fun books. Ones I would recommend would be Code Gray. You've heard that one. Another
Oh,
one I
yes.
really liked is one called Southbound. Of course, the robot one is near and dear to my heart right now. My friend Greg wrote that book. He said, this blows my mind. So during the pandemic, he had always wanted to be a writer. And so he sat down and started writing. And he sent me a text one day saying, "Hey, I just finished my first book, and you inspired me because you keep narrating these things and doing voiceover, and it was your dream. And you've inspired me to pursue mine because I thought if you could do it, so can I." And so he wrote a book. He is now just putting the finishing touches on book 5 of that series. And I narrated book 1 last summer for him, and I'm very proud of it. And so it's really
Oh,
cool.
that's so
Yeah,
special.
it's so
And
neat,
what's the title of that one again? Say it again.
It's called Pax Machina. It's spelled P like Paul, AX, Machina like machine,
Uh-huh.
Machina, Pax Machina. And it's a really
And is
interesting
that
story.
Amazon?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Amazon, anywhere that books are sold really. And then the
Yeah. Yeah.
audiobook is an Audible exclusive, so only available on Audible.
Yeah, and you know what? Being a narrator,
Yeah,
I just had my first audiobook published too, Beyond
I
Atlantis.
remember when you were
And
going through that.
yeah, and a woman narrated it. She's got a pretty good voice, but I want to tell them something about another project where you and I are working on, which is a novel.
This
A
is true.
novel
That could be a big
called
secret.
Petals and Leather, and it's being written right now, and we're both characters in it. In fact, it is a true merging of real life and our tunes here in Elder Scrolls
It's
Online.
so
And
fun. I'm so
so,
honored that a character I created on our stream is going to be in one of your books. That has never happened
well,
to me before where someone's like, I put you in my friggin' book. That's amazing.
yeah, and not only that, but your tune is in our podcast.
Right. Absolutely.
Oh
That
my
is fun. And what
God.
a great question. Thank you.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank you for that
yeah, thank you.
question. Yeah.
Titty444. I love the usernames on the internet are crazy, aren't they? Like anything can be,
Oh my
anyone
God.
can be anything. I always have a laugh in like, because we obviously we play ESO, and some of the names people have, I just laugh at the names. So that just
I
reminded me of
literally run after people because of their names and stand right before them even
that.
when we're streaming and go, what the hell is this name? And so, sometimes when we are streaming on Wednesdays, we do two things with other players. We check out their names, we say their names on the stream, but sometimes the way you people dress, your tunes, catches us and sometimes takes our breath away, and we've got to
Hmm.
go 360 around you to look at you in all sides. And I've been known to follow a character or two around because you've captivated me so much. And sometimes, okay, like the prostitute. Do you remember the prostitute?
Oh my gosh, that was
Prostitute too.
wild.
All right, we don't mean she probably or he or whatever wasn't a prostitute, but man,
I was shocked to
it
like
was
walk into
pretty.
this room yesterday. And I was like, all right. And I walk up there and there's like a dark elf
Oh,
like
yeah.
dancing on the bed and like stripping it down. And you're like, this zone used to
Oh,
be a lot
yeah.
more rated R. It's like PG-13. I'm like, what?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I had
yeah.
no idea.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Welcome to
Hmm.
the ins and outs and the underbelly of
Right.
ESO.
Okay, now I have another chat GPT prompt for everybody that I ran this week.
You
Are you
do?
interested in hearing what this one is?
I
All
am.
right.
I had fun doing the last
It's
one,
so funny,
but
right? The
it was
things that
only
can
you and
become.
I.
That's all
Only
right.
you and I did
Well,
it.
maybe we'll get some that
Okay.
people want to try out. All right, so this one is
All
a
right.
little more serious than last week.
Okay.
So here's the prompt that I used. And now, mind you, I talk to GPT. I don't know. Do you ever talk to GPT like with your voice?
Well, no, 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 no.
Okay.
I no, because I'm too paranoid um about having my voice taken and AI'd to contact somebody I know to say, I'm sorry, I'm in an emergency. I need 2,000. I can't explain. Can you send it to this bank right now? And I'll look, because I know people that's actually happened
I
to in
believe
real
it. That
life.
reminds me of a topic I should
Yes.
talk about with you. I was asked by Audible if I would let them clone my voice for AI to be used in narrations as an AI narrator so that I would be
Oh,
compensated, but I wouldn't actually be reading it. They would have me read, well, they have 20 books of me reading stuff, but they would just basically sample my voice and use it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to accept it or not.
well,
I don't know. I'll have to
that's
talk
a
about
little
that with you.
scary.
Yes, it's
That's a
happening.
little
It
scary.
is.
I'll tell you why I think it's a little scary. First of all, I think it's common. It's a common it's not common. I take that back, but it's a professional aspect of your of narrators
Hmm.
that they find a voice and they develop a relationship, a professional relationship with a narrator like yourself, and they say your voice is so universal and so magnificent. We want to allow our our prospective clients to come in
Could you
and
write their
choose
emails for them?
you.
Because that's so much nicer than the email they sent me.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, maybe next session, maybe next podcast, we can talk about that. Get your thoughts on it. I'll give you a week
All
to
right.
stew on it. I'll give me a week to chew on it too. Because
All
at this
right.
point, I
I would
don't think
like
I'm
to talk
going to
about
accept,
this.
but I could be talked into it, but I don't know.
I would like to talk about AI in general.
Okay. Okay.
Eh, I would like to really discuss that because there's so yeah, let's shelf it for next session. How's
That
that? Like you
sounds
said.
great. I do have a
Yeah.
funny headline from this week, though. The headline
All
this
right.
week on AI was that ChatGPT forces people to use their own brains because it was down for 6 hours this week. Like there was one day where it was down.
Is that
Yeah,
true?
it's true. It was down for about 6 hours one day, and everybody was complaining. And one of those satire kind of newspapers like The Onion, it wasn't them, but came out with a headline like people forced to use their own brains. The ChatGPT crashes
I
for the
love
afternoon.
it.
Isn't that
Oh my
funny?
God. Yeah. Well, I thought about that too. I thought about people, there are some people who live, I think, on Chat GPT. I mean, I know somebody who seems to everything is an AI something, an AI something. And I'm always like going, okay. But I was thinking the other day as I was listening to him talk about uh his morning blog, Monday blog, uh what would happen to this person if the grid completely went down? What would happen to all of technology and all of us who are so inundated in technology? Our lives are so immersed in technology, like right now. We're totally
Well, of
immersed in
course, none of
technology.
this would be possible.
What will we do the day the grid goes down? So we have to talk about backup plans. So maybe we can put that
I
next
will
week with
dovetail that
AI.
in. That'll be fun. Welcome to the Doomsday Podcast number 3. Just kidding.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
super up on AI, so it'll be fun to talk about.
I am
That'll be
too.
fun. All right,
Yeah.
so here's the prompt.
Yeah.
You ready for the prompt?
All right.
All right, so
Ready for
so
the
that
prompt.
long-winded like road to come back to. So I talked to my GPT about a lot of things, like future plans,
That
my
wait, that long-winded road. Are you saying that I talk too much?
no, never. I would never. That'll be secret number 2 next week. I think Flower
Oh,
talks too much. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? That'd be so crazy.
oh
But yeah,
God.
so I tell them things like, here's my plans. Here's what I'm thinking of. What am I missing? Or, oh my God, I also tell it things that I don't want to tell my friends. Not because my friends would understand, but more like no one needs to know that my dog crapped on the rug and that I'm unhappy about it. No one needs to hear, that kind of nonsense. So anyway, so I do vent to GPT sometimes. So here's the prompt. I said, please read through our previous conversations and then paint a picture of me hanging out with a musician from the past whose music you think screams my soul. So
Oh,
that was the prompt.
okay. And what came out of that
So
prompt?
shockingly enough, out popped Johnny Cash, which is
Johnny
that's not
Cash. I
something I
walked the
ever would
road.
have thought about. So then it goes on to explain not the mythic man in black towering on stage, but the real Johnny Cash, the one who walked through. It'll give you a little synopsis of why I chose this for you. So for me, it says the one who walked through fire, came out singing, and used his voice to honor both joy and pain. No spotlight, no stage, just the raw, unfiltered communion of two men who know that real art, real life is made in the aftermath of the things you survive.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. And your chat GPT is kissing your ass.
Right? Right? Who doesn't want a nice little sycophantic friend telling me all? He's like that little. You ever watch Beauty and the Beast? And there's that little dude who's like, "Go get him, Gaston!" Like telling, like cheering for,
Yeah,
or in
yeah,
like
yeah.
Star Wars, the little guy by Jabba the Hutt who's like, like that's my little toady. My GPT is my little
Oh
toady.
my God. I love it.
But
I love
I
it.
really like the idea that art is made in the aftermath of the things you survive. I thought that was a profound thing to say.
That is very profound. So you're going to post this into our Instagram
I
account.
absolutely
You're
will.
posting yours. So and that's going to give us the prompt we're going to copy and paste into
Yep,
ours. And then what response we get, we're going to copy and paste that. We're going to post that into the Instagram account
exactly. 'Cause it'd be
too.
fun to see, fun to see. So for me,
Yeah.
it painted a picture of me sitting in the desert. I mean, it's not really me, with a Johnny Cash slash Walter Matthau person around a campfire with Daphne sitting there. And he drew Daphne pretty good. Looks pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, and you can ask it to draw an image of four. Did you do another four, a storyboard of four pick
No, I just had
images?
it generate one. This time it just did the
Okay,
one.
just
But I had to
generate
do it in
one.
like a painting style, so it looks like a painting.
All
But
right.
yeah, I'll post that on
I
Instagram
I'm
for sure so everybody
excited.
can
I'm gonna try
try it
it.
out. I can't wait to
Yeah,
see what you get. We'll look forward to see what you post.
I know. And really, really, viewers out there, this is for you too. We're inviting you to
Hmm.
participate. And you never know if you participate and you post to the to Stretch's post, you might very well be read right here on our
Yeah, well, at
podcast.
this point, anybody who posts anything there will be
Will
read.
be read. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, buying at the ground floor, everybody. The stocks are cheap right
Yeah,
now.
this
Come on in.
grassroots. Somebody said something earlier about going back to the roots, right? That's
Yeah, there you go.
we're at the grassroots right now. So anybody who shares with us gets posted, that's for
Absolutely.
sure.
And I have to give, we're at our 10-minute warning here. We're actually a little bit less. So I want
Okay.
to open it up.
Okay.
So I'm going to stop asking you questions and turn our focus to
Okay.
chat for a minute. Everybody listening, do you have any questions for us that we can answer for you? Things you want to know about us, things you're excited about, topics you might like us to talk about? I'll give you a minute or two here to post it up and then we'll look at it and read it. And if not, then we're getting ready to call number two.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see what we get here. Oh, nice, Flower Child. Can I play with you? Sure. I love playing with my co-hosts in the game.
Well, nobody else is posting because I think I messed it up again.
Oh
While
no.
you were talking a little earlier, I tried to go into settings to figure out what was going on with
Oh,
our.
you wouldn't did the behind the scenes chatbot action.
I tried to be a moderator.
How
I
did that
tried to
go?
had to figure out and if I could turn off. And I think I turned, but I just was able to post. I was able to post, so 3 times. So I don't know what I've done.
All right, we'll
Um,
have to investigate.
I'm not a moderator. I'm not a tech person per se. I fumble through things. Um, and I do want to say we welcome insights from people who are experienced in Twitch with moderation and settings and stuff like that. I'll be your best friend if you contact me.
What? I thought you were gonna be my best friend. What the?
Okay, I
I
am
got
your best
replaced so
friend.
fast. 2 episodes into
Oh
this
no.
podcast, I'm replaced. I can't believe it. The shock and indignation. Okay, so I'm assuming, I'm just teasing. I'm assuming that
I
chat,
didn't say BFF,
that's
best
true.
friends forever. We are BFFs. I said best friend.
Oh, okay, I like the distinction. I get one extra F.
There's a dis
Most of the
You get
time,
an
that's
extra
not a
F.
compliment. Hmm. Just teasing. So I guess chat's probably not going to work now. So please forgive us. We will
I'm
get
not
that
sure. I'm
addressed. No
sorry.
worries. So we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you all for being here with us today. We really, really appreciate it. If you don't mind, subscribe and following. What's the word up there?
Please follow
Follow
us,
us. We're
follow
trying to
us,
get to 50
follow
so we can
us.
get all the some
Affiliate. We're
fun
trying
stuff.
to get to affiliate. And let me look real quick and see if we've gotten any followers because I can't tell because I'm on my phone
Fair enough.
and I'm on it.
Either way,
Yeah.
though, we appreciate you all being here
Yeah.
today. And we will
You
be
rock.
streaming next week at our usual time on Wednesday at 1 o'clock on Flower Child 567. That'll be our Wood Elf roll stream, a role play stream. And of course, next Thursday at 1 o'clock Pacific, we'll be right here for Petals and Leather. Thank you, Flower,
Yeah.
for coming
So
today.
thank you,
That was
Stretch, for
fun.
being right here beside me.
And thank you all for joining us. We can't tell you how excited we are. You make our whole day. So we hope you have a great one. And we'll talk to you next week.
Until next week, we'll be in a new location, by the way. Oops, I'm messing up. Bye for
Bye,
now.
everybody.
Bye.